Hey everyone. So, this is Mike with Sacred Bearings. So, Sacred Bearings, I created it because, well, I had to. Because, um, you know, I lost my job. And kept thinking I could get another job, sure. But I needed something else. I needed a contingency plan. I needed something else for the future. I thought, what could I do? What could I do that could get me something? You know, I didn't want to be a millionaire. I just wanted to just not be homeless. So I joined this program, and essentially it was how to be a content creator. Now, that's not how it was marketed, but that's how it was. Essentially, that's what it was. I probably wouldn't have joined the program if it went outright, hey, learn how to be a content creator. Like, whoa. Like, no. Cringe. But I joined the program, and eventually, by the time it was too late for me to turn back, I was like, oh, this is what I'm doing. I'm trying to be a content creator. Like, oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll just stick with it. I thought, what do I know? Right? But you know what? I thought, what do I know? What do I actually know how to do? Not much. What have I done? Not much. I mean, sure, I spent 7 years in the Navy. Been to a couple places. And, you know, just thought, what do I really know? Sure, I've done some stuff. Yeah, the Navy was awesome. You work hard, you play hard. Yeah, it was bumpy along the way. I messed up a bunch of times, but you know, you just learn how to try to learn from your mistakes and move on. It sticks with you. It'll stick with me for the rest of my life. The training, the experiences, everything. But this is not about that. This video is not about being in the military or anything like that. But it's a small part of it. So the last few years, about 2 years before I left the military, before I left the Navy, I couldn't sleep. I just could not do it. I was stressed. I was filling a billet or a job sent somewhere that said on paper, you can do this job. So I thought, okay, I trust them. If the Navy says I can do it, then obviously I can do it. Nope. Oh, you're going to be filling the billet for a different job that's very similar to yours. On paper, it said you had this training. I got there, I was doing terrible. And, you know, I was embarrassed. I thought, how can I not do this? How can I not do this job? Well, look at that. There's the legendary White Wolf. You know what? We're just going to keep our distance. We're just going to chill for a while. I don't even have a good enough weapon to take it out. Oh, there we go. Frame rate. So what was I saying? That's right. I couldn't sleep. Thought I can meditate. I've done a couple meditations. That'll help me sleep. So, because what is meditation? It's relaxing yourself. It's different. Sure, there's different ways to meditate. There's different forms. But for the most part, it is relaxing yourself. sitting there quietly. At the most basic level, that's what it is. You are quieting yourself to go into a more relaxed state. That's what it is. You are resetting your parasympathetic nervous system, which is the connection between your nervous system and your glands that regulate cortisol, which is the stress hormone. That's what it is at its most basic level. So yeah, it started working. I started actually sleeping, but most importantly, I inadvertently started processing a lot of stuff that I was going through in my meditation. I started doing guided meditation from other meditations. I'll never forget it. One guided meditation was one where I was in a place being guided somewhere, and then fighting something. I'm not sure exactly what it was supposed to be. And then toward the end, it said that I was dying during this deep meditation. I'll never forget it. Like, this is wild. Why am I dying in this meditation? That's not relaxing at all. What is up with that? Like, come on. Like, anyway, so then I was really deep in this meditation and said, "Oh, and then you died." I'm like, okay. So did I really die? I didn't hallucinate or anything, right? But it was kind of like a dream, like where you die in a dream, almost to that level. And then it said I came back. I'm like, okay. Was it profound? Like, no, not really. Like, oh, well, I came back. It gave me a new perspective of, I'm here again. It gave me a bit of resilience. That's what it did. New perspectives. Kind of like mental exercises. Here's a new perspective. That's what it was. And so that's what it was, right? I started practicing with herbal teas. Now, of course, in the military, I was limited to like certain teas, off the shelf. Had to be careful about like what was in it. Nothing that could get me like kicked out, for sure. I love the Navy. I love my job. I didn't want to risk it. So, yeah, strictly chamomile tea, that kind of stuff to help relax. So then I left the Navy, and of course I still had trouble sleeping. And, meditated here and there to regulate my sleep. I tried, different cannabis products. I was at a job where, testing, working grocery store kind of jobs where, they didn't really test a lot. It wasn't needed unless you had some severe behavioral issues, and they would test you, accidents, stuff like that. So really, I tried gummies. I tried different cannabis products. Some of them helped. Found out I was way too sensitive to some others. Stopped doing it for a while. Stopped doing it for months. Then I got a job where there was regular testing and more important stuff to do that depended on, clear thinking. And which was fine because I hadn't done anything to help me that would cause me to pop a test. Which was fine. They said, "Here, you need to pass a drug test." Oh, no problem there. So everything just kind of fell into place. So all of this, like, why did I do it? Why did I start Sacred Bearings? I mean, not just out of necessity, because I needed additional income. But I knew, not because of what I knew. Sacred Bearings is about everything that I am. After some soul searching, I opened up AI. Yeah, I know. I know it's cringe. I almost didn't want to put it in there, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie about my journey. Like, I know it's cringy. I'm sorry, but I can't lie about how I came to this conclusion and how I live my journey. I don't want to lie to my audience about that. So the program I was in, it said, pick a niche. I did everything. I was like, what do I know? I don't know how to do anything. I'm not a real professional. I don't have any certificates. I never even graduated college. So I told myself I don't know how to do anything. No one's gonna listen to me. I just don't have anything. I don't know if it was just me, like, wallowing in self-pity, or trying to be realistic and not blow smoke up my own ass. I'm sorry. We're fine. So I know I'm going about this in a long way. Long story short, what do I know how to do? I asked myself. I didn't know. So everything that I knew how to do, no matter how small it was, I put all of it into AI. opened up an AI. I put everything into it. Everything that I've been through, stuff that I knew how to do, my military experiences, and everything. And I said, what possibly could I help people with after all the stuff that I've been through and know how to do, no matter how small? And I came to the conclusion, and you know, it's only going to give you what you put into it. And I popped out these different options, and I thought, meditation, herbalism, health and wellness. So, okay, I guess I'm in health and wellness. I can help people meditate. I didn't want to create guided meditations, but I thought it'll be a better value. I didn't want to be some new age guru. We got enough of those. I wanted to create meditations with very practical, straightforward thinking. Of course, I use visuals that are not practical at all. Maybe not straightforward, but I thought with minimal visuals, straightforward thinking, and very practical ways of explaining meditation combined with herbalism and layering frequencies that I know for sure does work because I tried it myself, that help this veteran sleep at night, help this veteran relax, that knows it works, because when I don't do it for a long time and I'm wrapped up with everything else in the world, I know I start to get stressed. And then after a while, I stop my routine. I don't do the herbalism combined with the meditation. And then I'm like, why am I so stressed? Why am I being snippy with people? Why am I being frustrated? It's because I stopped doing it. Because I stopped doing meditation and I stopped doing the herbalism routine. The combination, and by herbalism, I don't mean grabbing random plants off the internet or in the forest and just mixing them up and hope for the best. I also don't mean, basic chamomile and mint tea and then, ooh, I just feel better. Like, no. No, I mean, that's a part of it. But it's choosing really high quality tea. That's my character. I'm sorry if you heard that. It's combining those things at the same time that makes it effective. And I know some of you are like, I can't meditate. I'm not one of those kind of people, sitting down. That's, that's bullshit. That's meditation is BS. It's just quieting down. And some of you are like I don't want to meditate. I want to think about my problems. I don't want to escape from reality. Well, I tell you what, you're not escaping from reality after resetting your cortisol levels and resetting your parasympathetic nervous system and having a clearer head and making decisions. That's not BS. And it's not just mind over matter. I mean, yeah, you could say it is. It is mind over matter. But it's not just, you're not hyping yourself up and like, ooh, I just gotta believe in myself to do the thing. Like, no, that's not it. You can do that without meditation. You can do that. You can do that without meditation if you want. Sure. I mean, yeah. Ooh, I just gotta believe in myself. Mind over matter. Sure, you can think that. But that only goes so far. You need to actually practice it on a regular basis, choosing the right combination of herbs and by herbs I mean plants that have plants that have adaptogenic principles, plants that have adaptogenic properties to affect your body over a long term. You're not just gonna drink some tea and try to sit quietly and then get up after 10 minutes and be like, oh, well, that was BS. Like, of course it was BS. You didn't do it right. So this isn't just quiet time, mind over matter. If I believe it, I can do it. This isn't what I'm talking about. This is not what I'm trying to do and encourage other people to do. This is combining powerful herbs in the right combinations, in the right dosages, at the same time adapting your brain to frequencies to help reset your parasympathetic nervous system so you can make clearer decisions and get better sleep so you can tackle whatever comes to you the next day. It's not the meditation itself, it's after the meditation that where the real work begins. It's the after effects of the meditation. When you're not meditating, that is it. That's the whole purpose of what I'm trying to do. And that's it. That's it, guys. That's Sacred Bearings. And by the way, like, even though I'm incorporating some faith elements into it because that's just who I am, this is not a religious channel. In the current meditations I have, they're secular. They're for everybody. I designed them to be for everybody. Later on, I will incorporate some very, like, faith-focused meditations. And I'm not going to try to, like, trick you or anything, or trick my audience. Like, I have too much respect for you all to try to do that. So in the future, when I do create some faith-based meditations, I will let you know, hey, this is my faith. This is, I'm in Hebrew roots. Which is, okay, you could say it's a form of Christianity. Other Christians would say I was Jewish. If I talk to Jews, they'll say, oh, no, you're a Christian. I'm, like, right in the middle. So that's just me personally. In the future, I will create some faith-based meditations. And I will let everyone know there will be a label on it that says, this is a faith-based meditation. It incorporates these elements. But I want to reach everybody. I want everybody to sleep. I want everybody to I want everybody to relax. I want everybody to sleep. This is not a religious channel. I mean, yes, I feel very strongly about my beliefs. Do I always practice them perfectly? No, I don't. You know, I'm gonna just say this one thing at the risk of sounding preachy. I'm sorry, but I'm not trying to be. But there's a, I'm not gonna call it that. There's a phrase. It says, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And you know, I think it starts with the mind. And it starts with your it starts with your parasympathetic nervous system. Because you know what? If you can't control your own mind, then how are you supposed to live out your faith? Because it's all connected. If you can't control your own mind, if you don't feel good, then goes your heart. And I don't mean your physical heart, I mean like your emotional heart is next. It's the mind and the body that goes first, and then it's your heart. You can't control your emotions after that. So then you can't control your emotions. Then that's it. You have no self-control. And from there it's just downward. It's a downward spiral from there. So you know what? There we go. It's dark. We need to pull out a torch. Hold on. I've been talking this whole time trying to explain this thing. I'm like, oh. All of a sudden I'm like, oh, I realize it's dark now. I'm just trying to focus on telling you all of this stuff. Okay, we gotta stop this stomach growling. Pick up all these. That was weird. Okay, we're back to full health. But I promised myself that I would record today. I didn't want to record in VR. That's just how it happened. And honestly, I didn't plan far ahead enough. I promise I'm gonna plan my day to go out and actually record something in nature like I wanted to. But you know what? If you all like this format, if you all like me doing this, then that's fine. You know, we can do this. Why is there wheat here? In this game, Medieval Dynasty, this is pretty valuable. It takes, not sure how many in-game hours it takes to grow this much amount of wheat, but we're just gonna go up here. Okay, we got some light now. I'm gonna put this over here. I just don't want this to go to waste. Alright. So like I was saying, that not only is this practical, what was I saying? You know what? I think I'm done. You know, I think I've said everything I wanted to say. At the end of the day, we all just want some peace in our life. We want rest. We want sleep. We just want peace in our life. And that's what led me to create Sacred Bearings. Because I thought, how can I help others? What's the one thing that I want that I know everyone else wants? It's peace. It's personal peace and personal sleep. I want to empower everybody through my meditations on an individual level for rest and sleep. So you can be empowered for the next day to do what you need to do. So no, I don't want to help anybody escape reality or mind over matter. This is about getting sleep and rest and peace for everybody, for empowerment, for your personal empowerment. That is it. That is what Sacred Bearings is. So what's the sacred part? Well, you know what? What's up with our windmill? You know what, guys? Hold on a minute. I'm sorry. We gotta fix this. Hold on. Hold on. We gotta fix our windmill. We gotta fix it. Okay. Let's go. Windmill. Okay. Our windmill broke. You know what? We gotta get some more. How much flour? I think we picked up 44, 45, something like that. 43? I think it was 43. So how much flour did we get? 8? Because 5 wheat will give us 1. So just, divide by 5. Ironic, we need 1 more. Personal empowerment. And later on, I will create some faith-based some faith-based meditations, because in my life experiences, I know for sure that through my spiritual path, I have had some true empowerment. There we go. Now we can see. Okay. This other one. It's like I almost don't want to say this. I almost don't want to explain it this way. Let me just say, like I said before, that Sacred Bearings is always about being empowerment through meditation and herbalism, which is the path that I have lived, and I want to attempt to show everybody how they can do the same thing in their lives. And like I said, this is not a religious channel, but it's my true belief that empowerment comes from a spiritual path, and later on I will explain that. Not today. I want to be very succinct about how to explain it. But in my life experiences with my faith, I've truly been empowered. Your next question is, I get it. I ask myself the same question. So why do people that share my faith or similar faith why aren't they empowered? Well, because they don't know. They don't know about it. It's in their book. But they explain it away, or they have not been taught the right way of the plain text of what they're reading. Like, this is what happened. This is what happened. You can do the same thing. That's basically it. I don't know. You know what? We'll come to that another time. This is basically the introduction. This is an introduction. I don't want to get really heavy. I don't want to get really heavy into like everything that I want to do with Sacred Bearings.